Great rising, beautiful beings. I gotta get this off, but I'm about to do some meditation because I gotta do some meditation. I might have to start back praying. Um, so, living in the construct, yeah, this artificial reality in the dream realm. It's heavy, man. It's heavy. Sometimes you're not conscious aware until you're aware in both worlds. What I mean is, you know how you lay in bed, but you still sleep, but you can hear everything around you while you're in bed. You at that point where you're like, oh, I need to get up and use the restroom. I need to pee. Or you're able to think like, oh, I need some water. That realm, right? Well, anyway, somehow I fell asleep with my jewelry on, and I usually try to take it off. Okay. So, you'll be in these constructs, and there's no body memorization. Meaning body memorization is when you know better. You wouldn't dare do this in your awake life, right? You know better. You know whoever the fuck you with, you wouldn't be with them in your awake life, your real life. You know wherever the hell you hanging out. You could be somewhere on a strip pole twerking. You just wouldn't do that in your awake life. Possibly. Okay? I don't know. Well, anyway, you definitely know who you hanging out with. You wouldn't do that shit in your awake life. Okay? You wouldn't think about it. You wouldn't care about it. But when you consciously are aware, like your conscious, it'll do whatever the hell it want to do. But when it registers with your body, that's when you are woke in both worlds. Like, when you first go to sleep, you be running around rapid. Like, you don't give a fuck. Like, everybody's fun. Everything's fun. But there's that hour when you actually can register what you're doing in your awake life and in the dream world. But remember, this is the construct now. This ain't God. This ain't source energy. This ain't your astral body leaving to go be somewhere. No. This is your conscious going to be in another avatar. In a construct somewhere. It's totally different. See, when your astral body go be somewhere, and you wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, you go through sleep paralysis. See, if your astral body leave your body and you wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, you gotta wait till your astral body gets back into your body to wake up. I haven't had sleep paralysis in a long time. So my astral body ain't been going nowhere. Just my conscious. My subconscious at that. So let me explain something to you. When you realize where you at, what you doing, your awake life can see the dream and see what the hell going on. I knew there was something wrong when I started slouching down in my seat. So the people I was with, it was all fun as long as I wasn't consciously aware I was there, right? Because, you know, our body and sensory deprivation is different than a conscious and a body that don't know what pain is, that don't know what trauma is, that don't know good from bad. Jump straight into a skinny body, you know. Just, it's so much about it. Yeah, people in real life have a lot of trauma. They're not so quick to love. They're not so quick to... They done been through the bullshit, right? And I knew when I was in that dream, and I started slouching down in my seat because I saw somebody that I didn't have no business seeing. So when I saw this person, I started slouching down in my seat. And I got out the car. And when I got out the car, I woke my ass up. See, if I wouldn't have never interfered with the dream and I would have stayed in a deeper sleep and I wouldn't have been consciously aware, meaning it was registering with my body now. It was registering with my wake life. And I'm like, bitch, what are you doing there? Y'all don't get it. I don't think y'all will get it. When you acknowledge you're doing something that you would not typically do, the dream change. As long as you're not aware. It's just like that time. Just like that time I was in a room with a bunch of Chinese women. It was a very colorful setting too. I liked it. It was like green couches, yellow walls, but it was beautiful. It was not like some over extravagant pop. It was more like a brick wall type thing with green couches. And I was hanging around with a bunch of Chinese women, and I do not know why they would call me into the construct. And I'm starting to think, like, we ain't got no free will. Like, you just get pulled into somebody's reality. They little fake illusion reality. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? Yeah. But they know when you about to wake up. They know when you about to fuck some shit up. And snatch your reality back. And you got to be careful too now. You got to be careful about this. It's cold. It's cold. Hold on. You got to be careful too, because you will sell yourself out. I remember when I first started going into the contract. I said to the construct. I was about to say contract. Man, they were trying to get me to sign so many contracts. And I was like, I can't see that. I don't know what the fuck that is. Nope. I ain't signing that shit. I could read it all. But I wasn't about to sign none of that shit. And, I don't know what gangsters had that construct. Them motherfuckers. Listen. That's probably why I can't make no social media money now. Look. Them motherfuckers had me at the bank. I don't know. I guess they thought I just was loaded with money. They had me at the bank. They wanted me to go in the bank and make an account. And all I did was go in there and tell that white man. Because, see, I was consciously aware. I don't think my conscience that stupid, though. But you never know. Motherfucker be trying to get you to sign contracts in your sleep. I know, because they be trying to make you go do work in your sleep. Imagine this, man. I done seen so many trucking companies. Like, I'm following a GPS. I'm going to deliver some shit. That ain't because of what I like to do. These motherfuckers is pimping you in your dreams. They are pimping you in your dreams. And you ain't getting paid for that shit. That's why I said, nah, we gotta figure this shit out. Motherfucker, I supposed to be somewhere regrouping with my soul tribe or something, my soul group. You got me out here working? Where the money at? They will pull you. Listen, let's say you work in a factory and you build cars. When you go to, this how they pimping us now because of these fucking smartphones. When you go to sleep, they will put you in another factory and have you working for free. And actually be producing something. They got them bodies in there. They just let your conscience get in that body. And you'll go in there and start working that line. And you ain't got paid for shit. That shit should be illegal. They done found out how to work you in your sleep. It should be illegal. They done found out how to extract your conscience, put you in one of their robotoids, and have you on an assembly line doing work for free. You never got paid for them. And you supposed to be asleep. Got your subconscious working. Got your subconscious working 24 hours a day. You'll figure it out. Trying to help y'all out. I can't do but so much. Because I know what's going on. And I knew when I had them stilettos on. And all of a sudden I realized I had stilettos on and couldn't walk no more. I ain't lying. I ain't lying, man. I know I was somewhere I ain't had no business being. And I prayed last night before I went to sleep. I said, now don't go nowhere. You just stay right here. Don't go nowhere. Bitch gone. I'm riding around. Joyriding. I don't know why this situation always a joyride. I can't stand it. I guess riding is my comfort zone, but no. But I knew when I sunk down in my seat, when that window rolled down, and I saw that lady, I knew that I was consciously aware of what I was doing then. My body, see, because you could go in a dream and your body not registering with it. Because one time I seen a wreckage, but it wasn't a real wreckage. Sometimes you can build stuff in these constructs and you be like, what the hell? Or they'll build it to see your reaction. And I forced myself to leave. And that was like a level of sleep paralysis. And when I was coming back, I was going through some type of anxiety, some type of shock. Yeah. Because I was like, now why the hell these vehicles ended up like this? Like, I didn't experience no crash. It was like two worlds had warped. And when the building came to form, it had swallowed up part of the vehicles. It's weird. And everything looked kind of abandoned, but people were actually in the trucks. Yeah, that shit was weird. All I can say is, don't sell yourself out in your dream. You be signing contracts, and then you pop up missing in your real life. I'm not lying. That's the first thing they were trying to do, is get me to sign contracts. Basically, they'll try to starve you out in your wake life. Meaning, stop your residual income. They would try to stop you from living, okay? And then they'll give you this grandiose fake-ass life in the dream realm, in these artificial constructs. So, you have to give your conscious, it ain't your spirit, it ain't your astral body, it's your conscious. So you have to give your conscious these pep talks and remind them, that's fake, this is real. This is what God is. This is what Source is. Don't neglect your awake life. Don't get fooled and get trapped in like the metaverse or some shit. You get what I'm saying? Don't sell yourself out. You can't tell that bitch shit when she leave this goddamn body. She be gone. She be gone. She be around this bitch doing shit. You hear me? And I be like, Lord, please don't let that bitch sign no contracts or sell me out. I don't think she gonna do it though. It seems like I get there in the nick of time for no bullshit. But she be having fun. I just don't. Put it like this. Sometimes we have to go to sleep at a certain period of time so she won't have access to those realms. And it ain't even realms, it's artificial constructs that make you feel like you're still functioning. However you want to live, that's what they're going to put you in. If you want to be on rooftop popping bottle, bitch, they're going to have you on rooftop popping bottles. If you want to be somewhere shopping and walking down New York Strip with bags and shit, they gonna do it. Okay? I just, I be trying to help them. I be like, but see, that's why I gotta start. I'm gonna start putting my cell phones out of sight. Cell phones ain't got nothing to do with it because my cell phones were off. My cell phones were off. But somehow I was still in this fucking construct. Vibing like a motherfucker. And then when I registered where I was at and who I was around, I sunk in my seat. Like, oh shit, what this bitch doing here? Like, it didn't faze me. The person I was riding with didn't faze me. Like that shit register. Like, I didn't sink in my seat. I sunk in my seat because I seen that bitch. So when the person rolled down the window and I seen that bitch, I was like, fuck. The fuck am I doing here? Yeah, they some real thoroughbred construct handlers too. That's another thing. You don't just be doing this shit on your own. When you transfer your conscious to another platform or another computer or another construct or another body, they got different series now. They can literally put you in another body and have you walking around in your wake reality while you're asleep. They could put you in a computer program. They could put you in an artificial construct. And these ain't gotta be actual real people. They go off of the people you're with don't have to be the actual person. Like, how would that person actually have time to be around you? So it's weird. What happens is they they put the person in the dream that you're less likely to run away from. It can be your neighborhood crush, your high school sweetheart. It could be the finest nigga from a soap opera. You get what I'm saying? It could be your childhood celebrity crush. It could be anything. And once they find out the image that you're comfortable with, you gonna ride with that motherfucker. You gonna go places with the motherfucker. But when that motherfucker rolled that window down, and that bitch was on the other side of that window, and I slouched down, I said, what the fuck going on? But I was, understand this, people play they cool, but when I got out and I realized I had stilettos on, that bitch body didn't work no more. So remember, your actual mind process will take over that dream or that reality. And your limited belief will kick in. So you probably was using a body with the strength to wear stilettos and all that. Yeah. But when your mind kick in, your limited belief kick in, them stilettos is crazy. Or, what am I doing here? Why did she show up? Like, what's going on? But I do know one thing. I didn't get frustrated by the person I was riding with. That's interesting. Like, I never questioned, like, why am I riding with you? Why am I here? It's like, I knew it. Like, I knew it in my wake life, too. But when that window rolled down, I hauled it. And no, I'm not scared of the motherfucker. I'm just, bitch, what is you doing here? Hell no. That was like a code word. Time to go. Party over. But yeah, just make sure you don't sell yourself out in your dreams, okay? That's the easiest way to get caught up. Oh, my whole bone just popped when I stretched. Did y'all hear that? But that's the easiest way. That's the easiest way to get caught up in your reality. So just be careful, people. I'm gonna leave it there. Know that you will go do shit that your limited mindset, it has to register with your nervous system here. And then you'll start having this limited belief. So if you know you can't fly here, and you go in the construct and you can fly, that's because you know you got the power to do it. You had the power to do it there. They just limited the body. You got to put in so much work, meditation, yoga, prayer, fasting. You got to damn near change your whole reality. And yeah, I'm over it though. Sometimes you gotta be a parent in your dream. You gotta get out of that shit, y'all. I promise you, I think that's why I sneak and go to sleep in the daytime. And then I don't take naps though. I go to bed at night. And then I got to the point where I barely let my astral body leave because I want to get away from situations fast. And you can't get away from a situation fast while you calling your astral body back. See, them people that can hear a pin drop and they sleep, they astral body ain't went too far. Them people in a deep sleep, they astral body done left and they gone. Or if they astral body don't know how to leave, It's their conscious. Their conscious trapped in another construct somewhere. Yeah. And don't think that the motherfuckers you see in your dreams know what the fuck you talking about. They don't. Because I kept meeting this guy in the dream realm that I could actually talk to on the phone. He didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. He didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. We went to some weird places. He had me all underground. It was a lot going on. I don't even want to talk about it. But he had me all underground at this play. It was fun. It was fun and extravagant. But he has no recollection of it. None. And I kept asking him, you be dreaming about me? Like, that wasn't flirting. When a bitch say, do you be dreaming about me? Well, I'm just talking about me. I'm not telling you that I'm into you or that I like you or that I want to be with you, because I don't. There's a reason, by choice, that I ain't never been in a relationship a day in my life. Just because I dated you, just because I let you speak to my mom, that don't mean we boyfriend, girlfriend. We fucking not. No. I'm gonna give y'all one last example. Okay, so I don't know how this speed date started. So I was trying to get some advice about something I wanted to do to my pickup truck. And see, now that I got my car, yes, I have my car too. Now that I have my car, I could just do things to my pickup truck that I wouldn't have been able to do. So, like, if I need to put my pickup truck in the shop or I need something changed, I could do it because I got my car too. Where else I would probably avoid it if I only had one vehicle. But no, I got both my vehicles. And what was I saying? Whew. So I met this gentleman, okay. Not in my age bracket. He's 50, and every guy that ever take me out on a date be like 60 or 70. No lie, I like old men. I love me an old man, okay? And then they dick can't get hard either. But see, that's a lie. I know one that can get hard, but they dick can't get hard. They just want love and attention. So old men a perfect match for me. I don't want no young nigga. They get on my nerve real fast. I like them old. I like them old men. Okay, so the guy, he a sweetheart. Since he helped me figure out my problem and he didn't know he had helped me, I was trying to find a resistor on my truck. And the way AI kept saying it is all trucks have a resistor. And then I'm like, they was like, oh, 2015s and above don't have a separate resistor. Resistor come with the actual motor. So boom, I figured it out. So he wanted to meet. So I offered him out to go eat pho with me. A pho bowl. Pho. I said, I'm going to pay for it. I said, that'll be my gratitude and thanks. Because, see, he wanted me to drive 30 miles from where I live. 30 to 35, 40 miles from where I live. And I told him if I go out and drink, I'm not driving that far. I'm not even going to pay for an Uber to go that far. Okay. So we met in a neutral location. We went and ate the pho bowls, the pho. I paid for it because that was my way of showing gratitude, like thank you. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have did the extensive research to find out what I was trying to find out in the first place. I would have been going to a shop paying for something that I had already fixed. Okay? I was just curious. About something. Okay. But anyway. So, we goes out. And the first thing he do, paranoid mindset. The motherfucker is from Manhattan, Harlem. He's 7 feet tall. He beautiful now, don't get me wrong. That nigga is 7 feet tall. He beautiful. He got a baby face. He only 50 years old. And his accent not that strong. But he got a New York accent. It's just not that strong. But yeah, he is actually from Harlem. Born in Harlem. And I'm like, fuck. How the hell I meet you? It's just weird. It's weird how shit work. And see, I appreciate people more when you meet them in person. So this person know what you look like. You know what they look like. Y'all ain't getting from behind no phone screen trying to see each other. Okay, so he's that type that done set up like these walls, these barriers in his head. No different than my friend in LA. When I was in South Central and on Century Boulevard and stuff, and I would be driving down Crenshaw, he would say something like, don't drive through this neighborhood, don't drive through that neighborhood. I said, nigga, I'm a motherfucking tourist. I ain't out here looking for no drugs, no pussy, nothing. And when he realized that, he said, she right. She got Georgia plates. She ain't out here looking for no drugs. And it's broad daylight. It be like 12 o'clock. The sun be at its highest. And this nigga telling me, don't go down this road. Don't go down. Nigga, we not going through no dead ends in no neighborhood. We're passing through a major road that every Jewish, Chinese, everybody drive through to get to Hollywood or something. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? So you never want to get in that paradigm. So back to this situation. He talking about, I don't want to go to that bar. I don't want to play pool there. They have a lot of shooters there. I said, dude, it's 2 p.m. Chill the fuck out. It's 2 p.m. I was like, okay, so this is what we'll do. You just get us 1 round of beer in here. And if you don't like the vibe after that, we'll leave. I get in the it's a liquor store / chicken house / bar. I don't know how the hell they came up with this shit. But I didn't like the fact that it was too bright. Like the walls were white, the floors was white, and they had lights on. So it was like a daytime gathering spot. They sold beer and alcohol like a liquor store. And they also had a counter that would pour your shit. The good thing about this was you could smoke in this motherfucking place. So we in here, we drinking. You got black bitches in here. You got Puerto Rican bitches in here. I'm like, what in the world? You had old white men. You had Mexicans in there. You ain't had too many black guys. It was only two or three black guys in there. And none of them looked like they were trying to sell drugs, waiting on a phone call. None of them looked like they were posted up. Because when you go places in Georgia, niggas be posted up and looking. And I can't stand that shit. I can't stand people that's not having a good time. They just looking. they posted up looking. You know what I mean? In Georgia, you gotta watch out. Them niggas that be posted up on the wall just looking. I just don't like shit like that. So I'm in here. I'm a little bubbly. I'm enjoying myself. I'm in effervescent mode. Like, these hoes don't seem like no threat. So I'm relaxed. This motherfucker, I was like, so are we gonna do another? See, that's another thing. That's why I like buying my own fucking beer, my own drinks, my own food. Because I really didn't come out here to get you to know you on a deep personal level. Like, I probably want to date you. I probably want you to be my boyfriend. I'm not gonna do it. I'm too emotional. I'm too obsessive. I can't do it. I cannot date. I cannot be with nobody. I'm clingy. I'm needy. Motherfucker. I'm nosy. I'm that one. I can't do it. That shit will fuck me up. I've learned my lessons from wanting to embrace what I'm infatuated with. I don't do that no more. Well, anyway, he was like, no, we're not going to do another round of beer here. We're going to go to another bar. We get to the other bar. He buying the beer too slow. So I called the lady over there and say, I need to open up another tab. And she looks at him like, nigga, what the fuck you on? Why the fuck this bitch got to open up another tab? I said, ma'am, I need to open up another tab. So I bought me and him rounds of 1800. For some reason, where I'm at, they don't have many versions of Reposado. I don't know why. They some 1800 motherfuckers. Okay? Long as it ain't Jose Cuervo, I guess I'll do 1800. And I really don't care for that damn Julio because they done said that they using sugar and it ain't 100% agave. But anyway, so I get us a round of shots, which I shouldn't have did because after that, I didn't even want to be around them no more. I swear to God, I didn't even want to be around them no more. So I get us a round of shots. I start going outside to smoke my cigars and stuff. And then I come back in. Then I walk with him to go smoke a cigarette and we come back in. See, we was just at a place where I could sit down and smoke fucking cigarettes while I drink. So I was kind of pissed, okay? But I didn't hold it against him. I'm going to get to the good part. I'm about to get to the good part. So when he had to finish. See, I smoke a cigar, so I like to hit the cigar about 2-3 times, put it out, light it back up. I ain't going to smoke a whole Black and Mild. I ain't going to smoke a whole cigar. You know, you let it go out, and then when you get a taste for it, you light it back up. People that smoke cigarettes got to smoke the whole fucking cigarette. No. I don't do that. Okay. So, while he outside smoking a cigarette, on my tab, I ordered another beer and another round. And he come in and say, dang, you got you another beer? You didn't get me one? Dude, I'm not about to wait on a motherfucking nigga to keep buying me beer. You know, if you don't say, get whatever you want, And I noticed, like, he would leave too much beer in his bottle. And he would say, I don't drink that, that's hot. And I'm thinking to myself, I would ask for a bucket of ice. I wouldn't waste that much beer. So, like, when we was at the other place, he didn't drink all the beer. He said it was hot. I mean, it wasn't like somebody saying, oh, that's spit. You know how people say, oh, I don't drink that, that's spit. No. This man had at least 2 inches of beer. I said, I said, you got to buy your own beer. You don't even finish your beer. And I ain't lying. What the hell I look like buying you a beer and you talking about your beer hot? You better go ask that lady for a bucket of ice and put that motherfucking beer in that goddamn bucket of ice so you can finish your goddamn beer. Well, anyway, that's beside the point. So when he came back in, he said, oh, you done got you another beer? Yes, on my motherfucking tab. I'm not waiting on you. Because that's just like when I was in Bygone. That man was like, get whatever you want. Get whatever you want. I didn't even know the man. This guy, I knew, what, 24 hours? I don't even know how the fuck it happened. But this ain't what I'm trying to get to. So this is the thing. So he done isolated me and got me away from the crowd. Then he done took me to another bar and got me away from the crowd. Then when it started getting crowded in there, he said, I'm about to reserve this resort that got a jacuzzi and a swimming pool, and then it allow you to drink alcohol in the jacuzzi outside. He said also the room got a jacuzzi. So I sighed. I said, why is this man ordering a resort for us to go to and want me to leave the bar? I ain't fucking. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I could see if you was already at the resort and you wanted me to come through. But we went from having a friendly lunch to being at one bar, being at two bars. Now we about to go to a resort. And you can't believe what he asked me. Now, if I was into him like that, it would make sense. He said, I'm going to get the room at the resort. And he said, I told him, I said, but I ain't bring my swimsuit or nothing. And you said we're going to be outside at the swimming pool in the hot tub. He was like, oh, I'll buy you a swimsuit at the gift shop. And I'm like, man, I wear 3X. I ain't never seen no gift shop have nothing in my size. He was like, well, we'll stop by Target before we go there. He was like, let's go. Oh, that beer alcohol had kicked in. It was still broad daylight. That beer alcohol had kicked in. I let him went on about his business because I didn't come out here today to get fucked. That's not the way I go about it. I don't do that. Nope. Nope. He was moving too fast. I done been around the block a few times. Why is you buying this expensive ass weekend resort for one night? Which it would have been perfect because it was broad daylight. So we would have got a chance to actually enjoy the place. You know what I mean? It ain't like it was 12 o'clock at night and he trying to get a hotel. No, we was going to actually be in leisure. We was going to be able to make pleasure out of this place. But this is what he said. He said, I'm gonna pay for the resort. You pay for the food and drinks. And I'm thinking to myself, you about to have me run a bill up because I know damn well my food and your food and my drinks gonna cost more than what you pay for this resort for one night. Sure is. And then when we was at the bar, and I wasn't worried about the money, but when we was at the bar, I said, let's plan for it next weekend. I'll go with you next Saturday. And we could get there early and we'll have it reserved properly. Guess what this motherfucker said? No, I want to go today. It was like everywhere we was going, I didn't get the hint. I didn't realize he wanted me to himself. Everywhere we went, it was like he was trying to get me somewhere else. You know what I mean? And I don't bar hop like that. When I find a place to chill, that's what I do. And he was serious about it too. He was complaining about niggas and shooting and keeping his back against the wall. Nah, it only so much I'm gonna do. If it's broad daylight, it's 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I ain't about to be that motherfucking finicky. I start watching my back about 7 p.m., 10 o'clock at night, you know. But broad daylight, all these white folks in here, all these old folks in here drinking, like, what the hell? That first spot I went to, it was chill. It was highly chill. Okay. And you could smoke in there. That. Man, a motherfucker would get all my money. Not like that. I mean, like, I'll enjoy myself. I'll sit there about 2-3 hours if I could smoke. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, anyway, I actually had swimsuits in the truck, the pickup truck I was in. But this what he said. He said, we only need to ride in one car. He said, why don't you leave your car at this spot? And you'll ride with me. First of all, he got a convertible that didn't have AC. Something about he had to add a turbo to it. And I said, nah, I'm a big bitch. I'm not about to be around this bitch sweating. I can see if you're going to drop the top. I can see if you're going to drop the top and we on the highway or something, but no, you ain't about to have me out of this heat. When I done scrubbed 5 times and made sure I stay squeaky clean until sunrise. No, you just not going to do it. But so he was like, I ain't scared. I'll park my car and we'll ride in your vehicle. I'm like, if you said that we in the most thuggish areas ever and motherfuckers be shooting, but you gonna leave your convertible here. I told the motherfucker, I'm not leaving nothing over here with no Florida plates. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Well, anyway, he was cute. I thought he was going to be a nice, good friend. 7 feet tall, did not slouch, was not fat. He was perfect. I could literally look at him and start smiling. Yep. Well, it didn't work. It didn't work. It wasn't gonna work. I'm like, how we go from lunch to I'm gonna be at a resort in an hour? I'm taking my ass home. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Can I give you a good example? Then I'm about to go. That's just like, okay, let's say they having a party. This back when I was doing cocaine. I'm at the party. I probably had like a ball or a quarter. Yeah, not no $20 sack, not no gram. Nigga, I have balls and quarters. I have 3.5s. Motherfucking 7.5. Okay? Because the nigga I'm fucking with is the man. Okay? I get to the little party or whatever we got. The couch, the little round couch shit. I got me I got my liquor. I got my beer. I got my smokes. I got my motherfucking white girl. Motherfucker be want to flirt with you. What's up? What's up? What you doing after you leave here? Let's go to the room. Nigga, no. I fuck when I'm sober. Not when I'm high. I'm OCD when I'm high. You know? I'm saying this was back in the day. I drive too much truck to party now. Like, I'm so OCD because your hands be sweating. You be vibing. You be geeking. Motherfucking. I don't want you touching me. All I see is germs. All I feel is germs. I don't want nobody touching me. Back then I used to smoke Newport. So like, my friend would like, hand me a cigarette, and I hand her a cigarette, and when you hand her the cigarette, her hand touch your hand. Oh, that shit creepy. And I got my spray bottle of alcohol. I always kept me a travel size bottle of alcohol. And niggas be talking about, shawty, let's go get a room. Let's go do this. No. Didn't you see I came in this bitch with everything I needed? Oh, yeah. And back then, we used to take taxi cabs. So, I don't know how my friend, she used to be able to get high, and she used to be able to go in the back room with a motherfucker. I couldn't do it. It got to the point I learned real fast. When a nigga say he had a room, I don't answer the phone no more. I talk to you tomorrow. Talk to me later. Because I had my sugar daddies. I had the nigga that showed up. I had the nigga that broke bread. I went out here. High did not mean turn into a freak. Even on ecstasy, like, we would be at them ecstasy parties. This real live ecstasy here with the Molly in it. The Molly Wop was in this shit. And bitch be walking around the room naked and shit. I'm not about to do it. I might as well go be a prostitute. I might as well find me somebody who want to break bread. I ain't lying. It take my mama tell my mama say, you want funny motherfucker Scorpio. Yeah, I am. I'm one funny motherfucker Scorpio. I'm a sapiosexual. I like to be entertained with my mind. But I don't want you to touch me. And when I do find the motherfucker I want to screw, I would say within about 2 months, he running from me. Because I be ready. The other day, my goddamn cerebral cortex fluid, the fluid that all these women squirting out, bless they soul, they squirting out their cerebral cortex fluid. But, that fluid was all the way to my heart. I don't care how much I masturbate. I don't care how much I climax. Excuse me. I don't care how much I masturbated. I don't care how much I climaxed. I was going through something. But you know something? Not once did I say, let me go find a nigga to fuck. I didn't. I was going through it. Whatever that vein was, that vein was full all the way to my heart. Oh, it was bad. That vein was full. And climax could not help me. Me climaxing. I think I climaxed about 3 times in one day. and that vein was still full. It had went all the way to my heart. It had went through my stomach. I felt it was full. And I said, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. I didn't know what was going on. I had got out of bed screaming, not like screaming like terrified. I got out of bed screaming like cussing and fussing like, this can't be. Why is the vein full? Why is it all the way through my stomach? Why is it all the way through my heart? Like, what is going on? Oh yeah, that was something serious. That was something serious. That was something serious. I got a weird body. Because I remember one time I was using a vibrator. And that vein had filled up. And it ran all the way through my stomach. And I was like, oh my God, I need to release this thing. But that's your cerebral fluid. You're not really supposed to shoot your cerebral fluid out your body. They got y'all hoes around here squirting. Y'all ain't gonna never know what it's like to y'all ain't gonna never know what it's like to raise your kundalini. Shit. Nah, I think it's okay if you pee it out. You ain't supposed to lose it. It's coming out though. It's coming out. I think for that vein that had went up to my heart, I had to pee about 5 times. Like, every hour on the hour, get up out my sleep and just go pee. That vein, ooh, it wouldn't go down. It wouldn't go down. It was standing to attention. It's connected to your clitoris and your urethra, but it will run all the way up to your heart if it's full. Had me fucked up. Man. If it's full. But, I know what fixed it. I drunk a beer. And it relaxed me. And I was able to start peeing it out to release it. I wasn't about to be squirting all over the room and stuff. That shit crazy. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna leave it there. I know I got on many subjects. I just don't know how the hell we went from having a friendly lunch to going to 2 bars to he booking a resort. I'm like, why is you spending this money on this resort? I didn't come out here to fuck you. I ain't say it to him. But I sure picked a little argument real fast. And got the hell on. I ain't lying. I got in an argument real fast. And it wasn't even that bad. It wasn't no terrible argument. I just real fast. What? The hell, we went from a friendly lunch to I'm gonna end up at a resort in a jacuzzi. No, sir. Okay, y'all enjoy the rest of your day or whenever that is. I gotta get some more nap. So I can finish my little work mission. Yeah. It's getting chilly, y'all. It's getting chilly. It's like I can't turn the fan on. I can't turn the air on. Hell, I barely could be naked. And I love sleeping naked. Yep. I love sleeping naked. Okay. I ain't the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.